If you listen to this podcast about Generative Engine Optimization, GEO, you're already way ahead of more than 90% of the website owners who have absolutely no idea about what is coming their way.
Welcome to MarketPod, your weekly pit stop for all things digital marketing. I'm Anoop, your friendly voice in the marketing maze. Join me as we chat about trends, untangle the web of new tech, and become masters of the marketing craft. We will crack the growth code together. Get ready for practical tips, inspiring stories, and real insights to boost your digital marketing journey. This is MarketPod, brought to you by Yearsong Digital. Let's dive in.
On this MarketPod podcast, I've discussed a range of topics around AI, be it AI content marketing tools, AI productivity tools, how AI can take away your jobs if you do not work with it, and lots of AI. I'm a big fan of AI, and I know that I've already said AI at least 5 times in the last 30 seconds. And in this one, I want to talk about AI, but specifically the generative engine search results or generative search results, and how it will, and in fact, it is already changing the way you view your search results on Google, and how you need to optimize your overall SEO and content strategy as a business owner, SEO expert, content creator, or blogger, or for that matter, anyone who owns a website and heavily relies on organic traffic. If you're someone who is interested in Google overall, you can also benefit from this because you will be able to understand how the entire Google as a search engine is changing. So before creating this podcast on Generative Engine Optimization, also called GEO, I wanted to ensure that all the listeners, they don't just hear what has already been told about on like hundreds of other platforms or in reports or on LinkedIn posts. So to do them a favor, I watched every single video that there is on the internet about GEO. Some of them were Julian Goldie SEO YouTube channel, amazing channel. You should take a look at it. And particularly, I really liked the video by Marketing School with Neil Patel and Eric Sue, where Neil actually said something really cool. At the same time, a little bit concerning for some people. He said, GEO will make this entire search engine results a winner-take-all game. And I really liked that interpretation. I'll tell you later how and why. Then I read the report on GEO published on Open Review, which was presented to ICLR. Basically, ICLR is the International Conference on Learning Representations. It's kind of an international conference that focuses on machine learning and AI. And it is hosted every year since 2013, somewhere around April and May. And even though this report is currently under review by ICLR, I went through it in detail. It's one of the best resources I could find on GEO, and I'll put its link in the description as well if you guys would like to check it out. Okay, now let's come to the point. Why do I think that GEO is going to change a lot of things for content marketing and SEO? So for that, we will have to go back a little in time. So Google announced their Google Labs SGE, which is a Search Generative Experience, in their May 2023 I/O. Since they opened this experiment for the public, I have been checking it out religiously. And there has not been a significant or at least a visible or noticeable difference or changes since December 2023 when SG experiment was actually supposed to end. And well, it's Google, so it did not. And SG is still there as an experiment. But till December, from May, there were a boatload of changes that were there. And let me tell you this, they were very evident. And some of them were like right on your face changes. And later on, I'll share the ones that were, as I said, too hard not to notice. There's a great article on the complete evolution of SGE that I have mentioned in the description if you would like to get into the details of all the changes and the entire timeline of how it happened, what happened one after the other. So you can take a look at that. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay. Now, if you're a content or SEO marketer, you must have heard this joke, right? At one point of time or the other, sometime. Like, what is the best place to hide a dead body? So it's like the second page of Google. I think this joke overall, or this entire feeling, is going to change, and the term is going to change from second page of Google to the fourth result. Yes, the fourth result on Google, first page. Let me tell you why. And while I do this, I'll be assuming that you have not tried Google Labs yet. If you have, just stick for a while and let others catch up, or you can just increase the speed to 2x till the time it ends, and then you can get it back to normal speed. Okay, so when you search something on Google as a user, in general, if it is a B2C search, you may search something like location specific results, like restaurants near me, XYZ thing near me, etc. And there is a dedicated type of result that Google shows when they and they have done a great job with it. And a lot of people don't notice how Google has come along the way. I mean, it has done a wonderful job with the UX overall. So for example, flights from multiple travel aggregators, job opportunities, shopping results, events, top stories like image packs, tweets, and there are many other things for B2C. But for B2B, the search results are very, very different, and especially for high intent searches. Basically, if the search is related to a B2B product or something that is sales worthy, 99% of the time, you will see a sponsored ad as the first link, which a lot of brands do because it will get them revenue. Google allows up to 4 ads on a single keyword once on the first page. So, based on the bids and the industry and the competition, sometimes you may see 1, 2, or 3 ads as well. Now, for the sake of this example, let's take a median case, okay? So 2 ads are there, let's say, and you are viewing it on example 13-inch laptop on the Google Chrome browser. This means with 2 ads, almost 30% of the first fold of the Google result is just taken up by ads. I hope you are with me till now. Okay? Then comes another section where Google puts 9 toggle options. You can check this for yourself. This has like things like it'll just list down all the different types of tools. For example, if you search for productivity tools, you will see options like Slack, Trello, Asana, and six others below them as toggle options. So ads, and then this toggle options. So there goes your first fold. And yes, in categories like these, actually, I think to be realistic, there are not just 2 ads, there are actually 4 ads. So if in those cases, basically your entire first fold is taken up by just ads. Okay. Okay. Let's continue the example. Now you have seen the 9 toggle options, right? The next result, finally, will be the first organic result. And whosoever or whatsoever content is showing up there, in simple manners, they have championed this keyword, right? Now comes after that, the people also ask section, basically the FAQ format that you see. And after that, you will see the usual organic results. In this format, if I take an example, say 100 people who searched for productivity tools, statistically, the first organic result will take away 40% of the traffic. Then, if you don't know this, then this may come as a surprise. The second position gets only 18 clicks out of the 100. Then third position gets only 10. Then 7. Then 5 clicks. Then 4. Then 3. Then 2. And after that, it's all 1 or less than 1. And right now, I'm only talking about the existing structure of Google SERP. SERP, for those who are not familiar with this term, is the search engine results page, the page that you see on Google when you put a search term or keyword. Okay. And why am I explaining to you this? The click share is with Google's SGE. When I use the same search query, productivity tools, this is the result that I get, okay? So as expected, the first fold is all covered with 4 ads. So there goes the first fold. Then the entire second fold is covered by the SGE result, which also has an option to ask follow-up questions from Gemini. Now this SGE result is being given to us by Gemini, okay? And after that comes the toggle option. And finally, there is my first organic result in the fourth fold. The toggle option on the SGE again takes a lot of space as compared to the current result. Okay, so after that, first organic result, and then comes the people also ask segment. And after that, you will see the rest of the results like the way Google shows it right now. So in the current, the traditional search engine layout, at least statistically, the top 3 results, the positions, they were getting 70% of the overall traffic. And this is my hot take. And I would say an insight from the analysis, I think Google has created a sort of a funnel within its SERP. Let me explain. So in a marketing funnel, there are 3 stages, right? Brand awareness, consideration, and then purchase. And between consideration and purchase, there's a part of validation where you say, okay, I like this product and I think I can now purchase it. And there are steps involved in it. So as a user who is currently searching something B2B related on Google, the ads become brand awareness because that is the first time that you are taking a look at a number of tools. There are 4, it's a lot. Then the toggle option comes and the follow-up section becomes both the toggle option as well as the follow-up section where I can ask the question to Gemini. It becomes my consideration stage where I can have follow-up questions as the name suggests. And I believe that the first organic result is there just to validate my consideration because it has been created by a human. And by that time, most probably, I have already made up my mind as to which productivity tool am I going to try. Yes, there are other good options after second position as well, and even further. But Google has still kept the people also ask section after the first organic result, which will eventually and is currently doing. It is adding yet another friction point for the end user because all those FAQs have very, very, very relevant questions, at least 30-40% of the time that I have searched. And for the user who is searching for a result, I think this is a great approach taken by Google to make sure that the person who's searching, he gets the result and he has enough options to fiddle around and achieve the goal. He wants to have a productivity tool and he's getting all the relevant results that he needs. But for businesses, this changes the playing field altogether because once the SGE is officially launched and it replaces the current search engine, I think we can expect a very, very sharp decline in traffic share, like around 18% click share could change to 10% for the second position, and the click share will get worse for the others. The reason being, number one, there is a lot of friction to reach even the second organic result, as I just told you. Number two, people are moving towards using AI for their day-to-day searches, and a lot of them actually take AI's advice. In fact, my clients, they have already started receiving leads from Copilot, and I think that's a valid testament that businesses are using it for searching for the right tools. And number three, as soon as the user interacts with the follow-up feature that I just told you, they get really good and relevant answers from Gemini. As soon as they ask a follow-up question, what happens? They are redirected to a different SERP, and then the results shown to them are from the new search or the new query that they asked in the follow-up section. So again, even if you are on the second or third position, you are not coming. He or she never saw you. So if I have a key takeaway from this user behavior, which I think a lot of people will agree with, I think it would be best to say that the usual approach to SEO needs to be changed, and I don't think that it is going to last for a long time. Because let's face it, GEO is here to stay. So the question comes, how do we optimize our content to make it generative engine friendly and try to rank at the top as much as we can? Well, the answer to that at this point in time is not very clear. But based on the results that I have seen on Search Labs follow-up, Microsoft's Copilot, right now, the weightage is kind of not too far away from Google's existing EEAT model, which is experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness of the content, which is also being used for search engine optimization, the SEO, the traditional one that we are already doing. But there are some changes which do make a difference, and this was showcased in the report. Plus, I have seen it while implementing myself. So, instead of talking about what you need to do in SEO of which I think there are hundreds and hundreds of blogs and articles available online. There are videos. You can just check them there. I'll directly jump to the action items. So I have divided them into 4 categories about things you need to change in your current content and SEO strategy based on where you are currently positioned in the search results. So, but before that, there's a disclaimer. This checklist is valid at this point only. And with the speed that AI is changing, I'm not sure if these are going to be 100% relevant 12 months or 2 years later. So with that said, let's see what things you can do right now, okay? 4 categories. Number 1 is if you already have a content that is ranking in the top 3 on any relevant keyword, just make sure that you improve its feature image. Why? Because Google's SGE also showcases excerpts of top 3 blogs in a lot of results, especially during the follow-up answers results. And there, with the content that it has generated, that Google has generated using Gemini, it is showcasing the feature images, and feature images will be your CTR boosters, click-through rate boosters. Number 2, if your content is anywhere between 4th and 10th position, which is the current first page of Google, you need to revamp your content. In simple terms, add things that will differentiate your content. For example, put your unique POV, point of view, in the content and make sure that you're keeping things easily understandable for the target persona, but still use technical words so search engines realize that you actually know about the intricacies of the subject. You should include quantitative statistics as much as you can. Support the data. Use the data to support your qualitative arguments wherever and whenever possible, as much as you can. And if you have already done all these things and or you are already doing this, make sure that you put the complete citations in the content wherever you are referring to any resource. And by citation, I mean the name of the entire report, who published it, and when, along with the link that you are already inserting. Because Google SGE is checking, and I have noticed this, if you have done your research properly before giving you the points of authority and ranking you up. And with these citations, you are basically making the job of the Google bot, the crawler, the spider, whatever you want to call it, that job is getting easier, and that is how you make Google Baba happy. Okay, number 3, for content that is not ranking on the first page, it is high time that you do the keyword research all over again. If you are running periodic content optimization drives, like weekly, monthly, or quarterly, whatever your current process is, make sure that you optimize the content once again for the relevant keywords. And instead of trying to rank on high search volume keywords, which everyone is very excited to do because of the sheer number that shows up on SEMrush or Ahrefs, or even Google Ads Keyword Planner for that matter, look for high intent, low keyword difficulty, and long tail keywords. And obviously, you'll have to do some strategic keyword insertion and SEO content optimization. Rest, you can simply follow the usual SEO guidelines for keyword stuffing. By keyword stuffing, I don't mean to overdo it, but I think you already know the drill. So number 4, for preparing new content, try to diversify your content types. For example, you're already creating a lot of blogs and guides and content, those kind of content, right? So move into creating videos. Convert the same content that you have prepared, do a little bit of content editing, and reuse that content and convert maybe them into videos or podcast, or do some webinars, create good infographics with really good captions and alt text. If you have a well-defined content team, add more lead magnets in your content calendar, and make sure that you share the best content pieces on social media with the well-thought captions so people click on it. So if you have created well-researched and unique content, and the way you present your blog on LinkedIn or any social media is unique and attracts clicks, the people will actually read it, and your bounce rate will be low of that specific blog or the page, all pointing to search and generative search engines that, hey, this seems like a content which people really want to read, and that will also help you. So that's all 4 categories, and not everything is going to change. Some fundamental SEO principles will still stay 100% relevant and for a long time. One of them is still going to be your off-page co-marketing activities and backlink strategy, because no matter how good generative engines get, they do not have any other options than to prioritize reliable content out of millions out there that are being generated on a daily basis. Some of them are getting generated by AI. I mean, personally, I think that is a stupid way to do it, but it is happening. And if Google, be it the usual crawler or the SGE, if they see that a specific content piece that you have created is getting a lot of backlinks on a regular basis from multiple sources, it has no other option but to give it the authority points and help make it rank at the top. Basically, that is how the algorithm has to and will work. So all the backlink experts can chill for some time. And because personally, I do not see any replacement for this role, at least in the organic marketing industry anytime soon. All right. So my team, as I said, we have been experimenting all these strategies on our own websites. And after seeing some promising results, because we provide marketing consultation services, we have already started recommending all these changes to our clients as well. So I will be looking forward to seeing the difference between the new approach and the legacy SEO when we do it on scale. It's actually weird to call SEO and legacy thing. I mean, it's not us to blame, it's generative AI. But okay. And if you're a marketer, a business owner who relies heavily on organic traffic, as I said before, I think you have to check out Google's search labs firsthand. When you do that, there are a few things you will notice that I pointed out, which are quite interesting and somewhat concerning, but overall awesome for a user. And maybe try to implement a few pointers from this podcast and let me know how things worked out for you or didn't work out for you. And as we wrap up today's discussion on generative engine optimization, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you see GEO shaping the future of digital marketing for your business, your website, your professional career, or just as someone who searches anything on Google? Like, are there any specific challenges or opportunities you're excited about when you take a look at this new change? Have you already implemented any or all of the strategies I shared, and what were your findings? If you have interacted with Google SGE or Search Labs, how was your experience as an end user? Please do share your insights and questions with me on LinkedIn. If you have anything else, any feedback, or if you would like me to create a podcast on a different topic, do let me know. And I can promise you, I will try my level best to do it. So I'll be waiting for your message on LinkedIn, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and yes, there are post-credits add-ons in this podcast as well, so just wait for it.
Thanks for tuning into MarketPod. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. Stay connected for more trends, tech talk, and growth hacks. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, shoot us a message on our socials. This is Anup signing off. Till next time, stay curious, stay creative, and stay marketing savvy. Cheers.
So I've been watching the EMAD YouTube channel for a while. Basically, they do dad jokes. It's hilarious, and I kind of love it. So here's one from my side. Why did the SEO expert get excited about generative engine optimization? Because they heard it was a great way to generate more sightseeing. Get it? Get it? Get it?